Hey guys, this week we're talking all about an easy pulled pork recipe and the convenience of using dried foods in the crock pot.
Oh, we're having a whole lot of fun!
Hi, and welcome back to another edition of As Goode as It Gets.
I'm Cris.
And I'm Mikey.
And this is a weekly chat from our kitchen where we answer your questions.
All while having a whole lot of fun.
Yes, yes. So, a quick update. We mentioned last week, we mentioned a lot of things last week. We said we were going to have a church on Sunday, and then we didn't.
Scheduling conflicts.
And then we said we were going to do Rice Krispie treats, and we didn't. Well, technically we did.
We did. Crash and burn, crash and burn.
See, well, no, not both. We were going to do a quickie.
Well, they burned.
No, we were going to do a quickie, and then we were going to do a show. And the one we taped for the show did well, but we kept talking about the one we did for the quickie, and it ended up not doing well. See, what we did is we wondered about, you know, since the recipe is you cook the Rice Krispie treats and then you dump them out into a pan, we're like, oh my gosh, wouldn't this be the perfect recipe for the casserole crock? No, do not use the casserole crock with our Rice Krispie treat.
Ever.
Because we are, in theory, we're thinking, wow, you can cook it up the way that the recipe says, and then you could just leave it you could press it down into the pan and leave it, and it's a one-pot wonder kind of thing. Yes.
I have a question, crockpot lady.
Yes.
Do they make casserole crocks that are non-stick?
I haven't seen them. No.
The
closest thing would be like the Ninja, which is more of a rectangular shape, or the Cuisinart or the crock pot version that's that. Technically, I think you could get away with those. The problem we ran into with the casserole crock was that because that's where the marshmallow cooked, whenever you pressed it down into the pan, it became cement to glue the Rice Krispie treats.
I had to take an angle grinder to get that out of the bottom of that pan.
So, because we messed that up, that messed up even the show that we taped. Because we did all this taping and all that kind of stuff. It messed everything up. And so, that meant that we have to pitch it all. But that doesn't mean we still love doing Rice Krispie treats in the slow cooker. The one we did for the show was wonderful. So, we're going to redo the quickie and then redo the show and probably talk all about this again in that show. But anyhow, that was all a part of the massive mess up day that Sunday was. We just had everything going wrong. And on top of that, we decided at the last minute to stain and seal the redneck party deck.
You see, Sunday, yeah, it was a train wreck from the very beginning. We got up late, and which means we missed church because we were going to be super, super late for church. So we're like, well, I tell you what. And then, of course, I go in this, I turn into drill sergeant. I call myself the little general because when things start to go bad, I want to fix it. I want to make things right and get back on track, and I'll just plow my way through it to make it happen. So I said, we're going to go out and you're going to have a Mother's Day breakfast at like 11. It was like 11:15, 11:30. And she's like, being all nice and sweet and angelic, she's like, Michael, now everybody's going to be out. They're not going to be out. Everybody's at church right now. So we're going to go to our favorite place and we're going to go to late breakfast. Drive all the way over there, and there were probably 30 people standing outside of the restaurant waiting again. So now I'm mad because it was going to be like 4 o'clock before we were going to get pancakes.
Plan A didn't work. Plan B didn't work.
We drove on, went to another place. It was packed. Went to another place. I mean, I can't imagine why all the restaurants were packed on Mother's Day. So we came home. I don't even know what we ate, but everybody was real happy, let me tell you. And then it was like, it's Mother's Day. We're still going to do something. What do you want to do? And then she comes up with, well, we could get the deck ready. It is a nice day. So we go to...
No. What we were going to do was we were going to get the pool ready, but then we realized this deck needed resealed before we messed with the pool so that it didn't get on the pool and in the pool and all that stuff. And so we just threw caution to the wind and started, and it ended up looking beautiful. It was scary there for a moment because the color we chose as we were doing it, when it was wet, it looked a lot like we were dousing the deck in blood. It was bad.
It was pretty red, and it faded like it's supposed to.
It did.
When it dries out, it fades.
Great now, but at the beginning, it was like, oh, what are we doing?
Yeah. So here's a picture of what it looks like now.
Yes.
And it's gorgeous. It ended up, we had a good Mother's Day.
Yes, it was fun. We all got out there and used our elbow grease.
Yeah. When plans fail, as a family, go do work.
Yeah.
If you do work together and work together, we ended up having a lot of good teamwork. Me and you and Miss Ad, and we sprayed the deck, we stained the deck, we rolled the deck, we brushed the deck.
Yes,
and
then got stained all over us as well.
Now, in my defense, I got that deck 3/4 of the way done and didn't get hardly any on me except what you normally get, like on your fingers. And then I was... I had just refilled the can of my sprayer, and I filled it up, and you gotta take the little can, you gotta put it up in the gun, and you gotta screw it in. And I thought I felt it start to thread, and so I was like gonna, drop my hand down and then start threading it again. When I dropped my hand down, it wasn't threaded, and the can fell. And so what's your natural reaction to something that drops suddenly is to reach up and grab it. And when I did, I smacked it, and it dumped all over me. In fact, here's a picture of what it looked like. I looked like a gunshot victim.
He looks like he has extremely harmed himself, and that wasn't even the worst of it. It was all over his pants and his leg. I mean, his leg looked like it had been sliced open. And
it was bad. It was bad, and it was all over everything. So you had to quickly roll that off the deck. So, but now that part's over,
yes,
the deck is stained, it is sealed, and we're putting the furniture back up on it. And now we've got our little side yard paradise for the summer.
Yes, we're very excited. We're getting it all set up. We still have some things to do, but we're getting there, and it is really, really, really exciting.
Yes.
So
party on the redneck party deck.
Yes, and we will have Rice Krispie treats on that redneck party deck coming very soon, and we will definitely share with you guys. I thought I was gonna stand up there for a minute.
I did too.
And we will definitely be sharing that. So fear not, just because you don't see it, it's just because everything went royally wrong that day.
So we're going to have a good weekend this weekend. We're going to do some taping. Got a birthday party to go to. And then we're going to come back.
Yep.
And we're going to tape that for you and get it done right. And then we're going to enjoy some time on the redneck party deck.
All right. So how about some reader emails?
Reader emails.
Uh-oh.
Oh my.
What's it? What's it? What's it? Get it. Get it. What's it? Go get it. Go get it. What's it? Go get it. Get him. Get him. Right.
Enough. No. No. No.
First question is for you.
Aki. No. No. You people don't understand. I'm trying to keep this place secure.
So Melanie writes and asks,
Hi, Melanie.
she is having a graduation party for her daughter and she needs an easy crock pot pulled pork recipe. Do you know of one that you could share?
Well, first off, congratulations on the graduation of your daughter.
Yes.
And second off, yes.
We have one that's called Easy Crock Pot Pulled Pork.
Yes.
And it's super easy and yummy, and then you can add the barbecue sauce of your choice. I've seen a lot of times at graduation parties, people will make the pulled pork and then they will have like, the hotter barbecue sauce and then the sweeter, a couple different bottles so people can choose what they want. So,
that'd be really good.
Yeah. So that was easy enough.
It will be, yes.
Yeah.
So enjoy your graduation party and the pulled pork.
Yes.
And I have a question to you, and this comes from...
I don't think we have a name. They didn't send it.
This comes from Track Phone. Hello, Track Phone. We're just going to call you Track.
It could be my mom.
It very well could be. And she says... Wait, is this from Mama?
No, but Mama told him this weekend that she doesn't care that he calls her that name.
That's fine, because now from now on, I'm just going to say hello, Mama. But Mama, or whoever this may be, says, I don't have a recipe to share yet, but I was looking at some of yours and I was reading the ingredients and I clicked on the mixed dry bell peppers, which sent me to Amazon. And when I went back to the recipes, I saw dried garlic, so I clicked on it and I bought them. Thank you very much for the affiliate. When I went back to the recipe, I thought I bookmarked it, but going to Amazon, I must have lost track. My problem is I forgot which recipe it was, and I was wondering if you could email me a few of the dried bell peppers and garlic so I won't have bought them in vain. I would really appreciate it. I love all your recipes that I've tried so far. Please help me out.
Okay, well, the good news is, especially with the garlic, which we have different brands, but the garlic, you can use in the place of fresh garlic.
For anything.
In anything. I mean, I even use it in my guacamole. And so all you do, any kind of these dried ingredients, these freeze-dried ingredients, you just add a little bit of water to them, and they plump back up, and then you can use them. And so garlic is a really good one, because it actually, I mean, it tastes like fresh garlic to me.
Yep. That's the best dried garlic
yeah,
I've ever had.
It's not the same as like the refrigerated garlic that kind of comes in a, like has a little bit of a marinade in it that you get in the refrigerated section at the grocery store. This tastes like you've chopped up a piece of garlic and thrown it in there. So if you're putting it in a soup, you don't even have to rehydrate it before. You just toss it in. But if you're putting it in something drier, like guacamole, I'll squeeze my lime juice and then I'll put some of this in there to let it plump back up. And once it's plumped back up, then I'll stir it into the guacamole. Now, bell peppers are a little bit different because you don't always chop up a bell pepper. Like for our chicken fajitas, for example, those are slices of peppers. And technically you could use this, but I don't think it's going to give you the same kind of texture and flavor. I would use these dried bell peppers in soups mainly because they're going to cook over time and it's going to add the bell pepper flavor without really changing a whole lot to the dish. I think it would also be good in some pasta dishes and things like that. So,
I just thought of something. We should do a crock pot Philly cheesesteak kind of recipe because I bet those bell peppers would do really good in that.
Yeah. So this is going to mess with your texture a little bit where this doesn't, I think this is just the same as fresh. So if you don't really mind that your bell peppers are going to be chopped up pretty finely, and you're just looking for the flavor and not so much the texture kind of thing, this could be used just about in anything that uses chopped bell pepper. As for the specific recipe she's talking about, I would have to do some searching on the site to find a recipe that has these two combined, and I'm assuming it's probably a soup if I were guessing, but I will do a little search and email her back to let her know. But I just wanted to let you guys know that these products, they just make things a little bit easier. Another thing that we do is we get freeze-dried shallots because, you know, buying shallots and chopping them up and all that kind of stuff, that's one of the things that we don't use tons. Freeze-dried shallots are a great thing to have on hand because you can just plump them back up when you're ready to use them, and that way you don't buy a package of shallots and part of it go bad. I mean, that's kind of the thing with garlic. Now, we use garlic all the time, but we would buy cloves of garlic and then it would dry up, you know, part of it would dry up and all that kind of stuff. And this just lets you keep it on hand always, and you can always toss some garlic in. So those are just a couple fun things that we like to keep in the pantry that lets you kind of spice up or flavor up just about anything. So.
And I like how she said she doesn't have a recipe for us yet,
yes.
But we have been getting some emails this week.
Yes.
And one of them I was very excited about because the email came from Australia.
Yes, we had to convert things.
Yeah, we got a recipe and we tested it out last night actually. I came home and Cris had made the recipe that was sent to us, and we're going to leave it a secret for now. We're going to do a Cooking Cris's dishes of it and give full props to our Crock Posse member.
Yeah.
From way down down under, I guess you would say, in Australia. And we will We have tested it out, and we will show it to you on a Cooking Chris's Dishes coming up.
Yep.
And again, if you want to send us a recipe for us to try out and maybe put on the show, you can get us at Mikey@recipesthatcrock.com or Cris at recipesthatcrock.com, and we'll absolutely check it out.
Yes.
And if it's somebody from Australia, cool. Send me a shrimp recipe. I want to put a shrimp on the barbie.
Oh my goodness.
Bet they've never heard that before.
Oh my word. Also, don't forget the Crock Posse shout out at the very end of the show. We have a new one. If you've cooked something from the site or the channel, or if you have some of your Crock Posse t-shirts or mugs or anything like that, we'd love to see your mug with your mug. So give us a picture, and you might find yourself in one of our shout outs at the end of the show. So with that, we need to transfer to the menu.
Here we go. You ready?
Let's go.
All right, baby. What are we gonna have for our menu this week?
We have for our snack the sweet party mix.
Sweet party mix. Bum bum bum. Snack time's never been so good.
So good. So good.
Sorry. Anyway, tell us about it.
The sweet party mix. I believe this one is an Aunt Lou sweet party mix. She likes her party mixes. I'm pretty sure it is. We've been making a lot of recipes.
We don't even know whose is whose anymore.
Now I'm like, did I make that? I know this one's hers. For breakfast, we've got her apple cinnamon cream cheese squares. And
apples, cinnamon, cream cheese.
Yes.
You can't go wrong with something like that.
Yes, and squares.
Well, yeah, squares.
Okay, and then on Monday, I know this one's mine. Angel chicken, because we love angel chicken around here. With garlic parmesan potatoes.
And?
Bacon bubble bread.
You had me at bacon.
Yes, we love that bacon bubble bread, and those garlic parmesan potatoes are Aunt Lou's because she's the potato queen. So, alrighty, and then on Tuesday we have the ranch pork chops with mac and cheese.
I can do that.
All done in the slow cooker
Yep.
again. Wednesday is leftover day, or you can cook up some white chicken chili. And then Thursday is a day that Mikey really enjoys. He loves red beans and sausage. So
anything with red beans, with rice, with sausage, anything like that, I'm totally going to go into. Oh my gosh, it makes me want to go back to New Orleans again.
Oh, and then on Friday we have pepper steak with Fiesta corn.
Ole!
And then the dessert for the week is Cherry Delight, which is like a cherry dump cake.
Yep, we should make that for a Cooking Chris's Dishes sometime.
Yes, we should.
Mainly because I like to make desserts.
I know.
Even the ones that flop. Because I still chiseled out me some of them Rice Krispie treats, even though they were burnt.
They weren't burnt. They were just stuck.
They were just stuck. They were concrete-ish.
But wait, I think those people who are very observant are probably wondering why you have a sticker on your shirt. Would you like to tell the class?
No.
Why not? You really wanted that sticker.
So I stayed up late last night editing a video.
Oh, that's not why you got the sticker.
When I came downstairs, my wife asked me to do some things around the kitchen while she was getting the menu and stuff ready.
That's not what I was going to say the sticker was for.
And I said that I had already made the bed.
Oh.
Since I was the last one out. And the first thing she did was she reached in her little sticker book and she gave me a little A.
Like you're an A student for making the bed because you needed a sticker for making the bed.
You're funny. You're funny. So funny.
Alrighty. Well, we are going to have Church Song Sunday really this time.
Yes.
No, really.
2 p.m.
2 p.m. Eastern Daylight Savings Time.
Yep, we will have that. Also, hopefully we did our Friday night work week wind down. I believe we did. We're taping this on a Thursday and tomorrow's Friday, and I'm having full intentions of coming home and having a beer with y'all. Wine cooler, coffee if you want to stay up because it is pretty late when we do it. But for those of y'all who have joined us for it, we absolutely had a blast doing it, and we're going to keep doing it because it's a lot of fun. And it's a lot of practice with my guitar. So usually when I want to play my guitar around midnight, my wife is not too cool about it. But here lately, she's like, why don't you break out the guitar and we'll bring some friends over. So we're going to do that again. And also check us out through the week with more Cooking Chris's Dishes, some fun videos, and probably some chilling out on the Redneck Party Deck together.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do.
Cool.
Send us your questions.
Send us your comments.
Bye. You gonna lose your glasses?
You gonna kiss me?
You lose your glasses. Put your glasses down.
You can't see it today. I've got the light
Michael,
set up. I got the light set up.
You say that every time,
and then
we go and we edit.
I fixed it.
And then it's Mr. Google.
Hi, welcome back to another edition.
There they are. Do you see them? I saw them.
Right. Yeah, you too. Ow.
Ow.
Sorry. American, Canadian, British, or Aussie, anybody can be a member of the Crock Posse. Yeah.
Crock Posse shout out.